Hey gang, today we're going to do a David Gilmour style lick. Now I have always been hesitant to do David Gilmour just because he's got such a singular style and he's got such great feel on the guitar and such great note choices. But we're going to do this one today. Lots of very precise bends, not a lot of notes, and some interesting note choices over an E minor A7 progression. Pretty slow one too. All right. Anyway, hope you like it. If you do, you know what to do. Give it the thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, subscribe for one of these every week. We'll see you in just a second. We'll go through it note for note. All right, gang. Let's go over this now note for note. We're going to do it super close up because it's all in the 12th position. First things first, you can download the tab from the link in the description below. It's going to make your life a lot easier. Okay, second thing, the sound. Now, I do not claim that I nailed it this time. In fact, I thought the Strat sound was kind of thin. However, I'll tell you what I've got on the guitar. I'm using the neck pickup. Got it in the 5th position, which is the neck pickup. And I've got a decent amount of gain on the guitar. I've got some reverb, and I've got a decent amount of delay. Yeah, you can hear all that delay on that. Okay, so let's go through the line itself. Remember, this is over an E minor and an A7 a few times. So let me play the first set of licks. Again, I'm up here on the 12th fret. Okay, so that's the first of the 2 licks. So I'm going to start out with a sort of reverse Chuck Berry. So I'm going to play this first on the 1st string. Whoops, I'm sorry, on the 1st string at the 12th fret. This 1st and 2nd string. So, and let it ring out a bit. Okay, so that's 12 on the 1st, 12 on the 2nd, and then bend up on the 15th on the 2nd and hold it. And give it some vibrato. Okay? Then we're going to go to 14th to make a half step bend. This is a characteristic sound of his. Now, if I had a more sustainy guitar, or I had more volume, I could have let it ring, but I gave it another pick to get it down to the 14th. So I'm going to bend that 14th up a half step, and then I'm going to bring it back to the 14th. Okay, here's the next part. Now that is 4th string 14th and then a double stop on the 2nd and 3rd strings on the 12th. Okay? You do that twice, and then there's this. So what is that? Well, that's on the 14th and 14th, and I'm bending up those 2 strings, the 3rd string a little bit more than the 2nd string. The 2nd string maybe a quarter, 3rd string maybe a half. And then bring it back down and give it some vibrato. Try and give that as much sustain as you can. All right, that's the first set of licks. Let's hear it again. Okay, here's the next part. Okay, that's a little bit more notey, a couple of extra notes. We're going to start out with almost the same as the first one, but we're going to play 3 notes. We're going to play 12 on the 2nd, 12 on the 1st, and then 12 on the 2nd. Okay, then we're going to play 15th. So that's 2 bends up a full step. We're going to play the 15th on the 1st and then bring the 15th down on the 2nd. I guess we're going to bend it up. I'm sorry. give it some vibrato, and then play 15, 12, and 14. Now I pull off. And then the 14th, give it a lot of vibrato. And then again, we're going to pull off and play 14, 12, 15. And then finally, we're going to play this last line. That's a 1.5 step bend on the 17th on the 2nd fret. Twice, and give it some vibrato. Okay, and then we're going to come out of it by playing this. That is on the 2nd string. 16, slide it down to 14, then play 15 on the 2nd, and then we're going to bend up the 14th a whole step, bring it down, pull off to 12, play a 14th on the 2nd, and end up on 14, slide up to 16 on the 3rd string, and give it vibrato. All right, here's that last line again. It's a cool one. Here's that whole line. And that's that. All right, gang, there you have it. David Gilmour lick. Hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you on down the road.